New York had an earthquake. Actually, it happened in Lisbon, New Jersey. A 4.8 magnitude earthquake has hit, Lebanon, New Jersey. It was Lebanon, New Jersey, where this earthquake happened. A 4.8 magnitude earthquake in New Jersey. It could be felt in New York City, Philadelphia, and Boston. Right now, I'm not sure. There's reports that people obviously felt the earthquake, but there are no reports right now of any damage coming in. Okay, now it's been upgraded to a 5.5 magnitude earthquake. This information changes when it comes to earthquakes and the strength and so forth. So a strong magnitude 5.5 earthquake has struck North Plainfield, New Jersey, with reports of shaking in New York City, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania, but no reports as of yet. So that information just coming out a short time ago. If you're in this area, let me know if you felt it. I'll stay up to date. I'll give you more information as I get it.
So I know that if you're in New York City, you felt that shit too, because the building was shaking just like the earthquake. The wall floor was moving, everything was moving. So everybody evacuate the building right now. So we all outside and we're like, be careful, guys.
Yeah, we just had an earthquake in New York. That was scary, yo. I'm still shaking up, bro. That was like my whole building was shaking, man. This is crazy, man. I'm telling you, this is crazy. All my neighbors.
So we have earthquakes now in New York. Did y'all just feel that? Literally like a couple of minutes ago, I had to go stand in the doorway. We just had some tremors. Like my whole house was shaking. I didn't know what to do. I don't know how to feel. I'm a little emotional. What are we doing? Because New York, earthquake? Since when?
Did we just experience an earthquake in New York City? I'm freaking out. I was sitting on the couch and all of a sudden the building starts to shake. I'm like, what is going on? And then the cabinet starts shaking. Like this cabinet right there starts shaking. I'm like, do I have to run out of the building? Like, is the building gonna collapse? Oh my God.
I think we just had an earthquake in New York City.
I don't know if I'm tripping, but does anybody else who lives on the Upper East Side of New York just feel an earthquake? Because I was just sitting in bed and my entire building started shaking and my bed was shaking, like my whole room was shaking. Did anyone else just feel an earthquake in New York City?
I got a few people to live up in upstate. From their reports, they said it wasn't too bad up there. But prayers up to them, though. Some big snakes. Imagine getting swallowed up by one of those.
Looks like Diddy is asking him if he has a wire. Justin says no. Then Diddy checks to see if he has a wire. Yo, this is some sick shit, man.
Is that blood? Y'all seen anything like this? Y'all let me know in the comments. Is sap that color sometimes?
This is an ultrasonic transducer that is emitting an invisible standing wave pattern. Now, as these small pieces of styrofoam are placed inside, you can clearly see the pieces suspended inside the wave pattern in a vertical line. Now check this out. At Kamambo Temple in Egypt, there are 3 mysterious scenes that may be depicting something very similar. In scene 1, the Neder Sobek is standing on the left side holding his Waz scepter, and a king is on the right. In between them is what is symbolic of the gate of the temple. Notice that both the temple gate and the feet of each figure is placed on the ground level. However, notice where the gate is at in scene 2. Ra can be seen on the left side, and the king's arm is now raised with something emerging from his hand. According to Egyptologist and author Muhammad Ibrahim, the king is releasing a beam of energy that descends down and surrounds the gate. The temple gate can now be seen floating above the ground level. Sadly, the gate has been badly damaged. In scene 3, with Horus on the left and the king on the right, we can now see that the gate has ascended high above the ground level where it originally was. Sadly, again, this temple gate, which is the featured object, has been badly damaged. Was this damage purposeful so as to conceal the knowledge of an ancient form of acoustic levitation technology using invisible wave patterns?
Hey, I do think they had some cool ways to move some big structures. I don't think we give enough credit to past civilizations.
How the sun works if the sun is not a fusion reactor. If you watch my earlier video talk about atomic structure, how atoms are formed. You know, two particles, two rocks, if they impact the force, their momentum becomes a thermal energy. Gravity attracts more atoms, more matters get together. The thermal energy becomes more dense. Therefore, the bigger star is hotter. There is no fusion reaction on the sun. Just bigger mass, the bigger, the hotter. The atom in the hotter matter oscillate at a higher frequency. While the sunlight can electrically induce earth light because Coulomb's force. I already explained this many times. Light wave, light particle, electromagnetic wave are mistaken. Scientists don't understand. Radiation is misinterpretation of electric induction between matters. Radiation is the electric induction is between charged matters. There is no radiation, no induction in space. You can radiate anything to space. You don't have charge, you don't have matter in space to have electrical induction. Electrical induction is between matter and matter. The sun is not a fusion reactor. Very simple. The bigger mass, the higher temperature. Because all this, the star formation, all these matters come together under gravity. Their momentum becomes the thermal energy. Very, very simple. If you have questions, ask me.
That's getting bit by that. He holding it in his hands. Hey, that rat wanted all the smoke. Hey, he chilling right before he get ate. Is that a big spider?
We now know exactly what happens when we die. I literally can't believe I'm actually saying this. So of course, one of the biggest questions in existence is, what happens when we die? Is there a heaven? Is there a hell? Do we just become a ghost, or is there just nothing? Well, now we may actually know. Make sure you share this video with someone because, you know, they might want to know what happens when they die. So scientists have been monitoring brain activity after death, in the minutes leading up to death, and the minutes after death. So the scientists measured the brain waves of this 87-year-old man who passed away. Now the team noticed after passing away the difference in gamma oscillations, which connects different brain regions for functions like perception, movement, memory, and emotion. Dr. Zemmer, the neurosurgeon who was running these tests, said, through generating oscillations involved in memory retrieval, the brain may be playing a last recall of important life events just before we die, similar to the ones reported in near-death experiences. Also saying that the way the brain was working, the oscillations and the movement in it, was like that of someone that was dreaming. So we know for certain that the brain was still active shortly after death. But this is where it gets interesting. This happened for about 8 minutes after the man passed away. They compared it to someone who was wired up while they were just asleep and dreaming, and the brain activity was basically identical. And it was after about 8 to 12 minutes from when this man passed away that then the brain activity stopped. Which means we do get about 8 to 12 minutes of brain activity after we pass away. And as the scientists said, it was connecting to all these different emotions, possibly playing out past events, i.e. your life flashing before your eyes. But now, this is where we get a bit crazier. So think about this for a second. When you're dreaming, time doesn't really exist, right? You could actually be in a dream for 5 minutes and it feels like an hour or 2 hours, or sometimes you'll go back to sleep when you wake up, it feels like you've been to school for the whole day and then you wake up and go to school. I bet some of you had that dream. So we know you get 7 or 8 minutes when you pass away, so maybe it literally does feel like you're playing your whole life again. One of those vivid dreams, a lucid dream where it feels so real like you're actually there. Or maybe you just have a random dream. But I wonder what that man and others were thinking about in that 7 or 8 minutes of brain activity after death. I don't know, but let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And of course, they're still looking into this and running more tests, so make sure you hit that follow button and I will keep you updated.
This whole time you stressed out and we ain't even here. Probably over here in our last 8 minutes.
What would happen if we tried to extinguish the sun with water? Firstly,
I don't think we should be trying to put out the sun anytime soon. Whose idea was this? Oh, that would have hurt. Oh, what they do to that?
Ooh, it broke the. Oh my God.
Coitado desse cara aí, ó. Vai passar aí, ó. A árvore caída aí, não tem por onde ir. Ele de repente se bate aí, ó. E...
Sardine, Jack Crevel. Holy smokes.
I'm so thirsty, look! I know he looks like he wants to bite me, but I'm just saying that he's thirsty.
That's a no for me.
This thing is huge.
Fucking burn the legs off.
Oh.
No, it's not dead. Look at the fucking size of it. Christ, what is it?
I don't know. Oh my God.
video just gave me the chills. Just hold the bug, please.
The average person eats 5 grams of microplastics in a week. That's more or less what a credit card weighs. It's widely believed that your hearing is the last sense you lose when you die. 20% of children report hearing voices. Over 80 million bacteria can be exchanged in one kiss. Botflies are a type of insect whose larvae burrow under your skin. There are over 200 dead bodies on top of Mount Everest. They serve as markers for other hikers. When you die, your house cat is going to want to eat you. The average bed has between 100,000 and 10 million dust mites. On average, you secrete 26 gallons of sweat into your bed per year. The air you breathe in a train station is 15% human skin.
Oh, c'est quoi ce truc? Mais tu rigoles, mec!
Cassez-vous.
Fuck. What the fuck? What the fuck? He's alive. Well, he's alive, by the way. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Party. Not mine, but any drugs or alcohol in the vehicle? No. What's wrong? All right. Sit tight, Sarah. I'll be right back. Your registration is just. What the? Sarah? What the?
Morbid Facts, Part 229. Morgan Freeman has an oddly dark reason for always wearing his gold hoop earrings. He says it's because they're worth just enough to pay for a coffin if he happens to die in a strange place. The most toxic natural substance on Earth is botulinum toxin, aka Botox. A couple pounds is all you would need to kill every single human being on the planet. The African country of Ghana has 6 witch camps, housing about 1,000 women in total. The camps are for women accused of witchcraft to have a safe place to live without fear of being lynched by their neighbors. Most of the women simply suffer from mental illness, a poorly understood concept in Ghana. Sam White, a Civil War artifact collector from Virginia, was killed in 2008 when a 140-year-old highly explosive cannonball exploded in his driveway while he was restoring it. The blast was powerful enough to send chunks of shrapnel up to a quarter mile away. White is now considered by some historians to be the last confirmed casualty of the American Civil War.